Byte for mygamingedge.com. Here you can see at the start, hitting Numnot so he can get to the battlefield before anyone else. Still 175 health remaining. Heal Skinny, unfortunately I couldn't heal Xerox in time, so he has no heals to start with initially. Now Coins gets the initial heals because he's the one who needs to get there quick enough to help Numlock and support the scouts, which is what happens now. Trying to heal Xerox and Numlock, who are initially taking all the heat. As you can see, I'm very, very weak, so is Numlock. I have to drop out because Coin's gone down. We should see Xerox go down very shortly due to the fact that he has no health. Haunter also as well goes down. That's 3 of our players down now. Xerox is still alive. He managed to kill the medic. Very well played to him. We are 4 players down now. They are 5 players up. However, they are missing a medic. 2 versus 5. Difference is, I have an Uber. They have the numbers. So obviously at this stage, I'm sure that we're not going to have to go aggressive, but we just have to try and stop the point. So I knew that the soldier was going to jump on me to try and Uber me straight, to make me Uber straight away, which is what happens. Numlock's trying to take on a scout. There's a scout behind the point that has been spotted. He has gone down. Remember, they don't have Uber advantage. They don't have Uber. They only just started generating it now. They are 2 down. So initially we should have the right to push it, as they are 2 players down fresh. Unfortunately, Coins here takes too much damage, and which allows Haunter to die because I cannot heal him, and this is what happens to Haunter. He goes down very, very easily. Numlock starts lagging as well. Coins takes down the Demoman. However, he has under some pressure under the soldier and medic. And Skinny is the only one alive with us as well. Numlock is still lagging, so I leave him behind. I tell him to drop out, but he's too slow to drop out and he ends up going down. This stage, I'm lucky I didn't die here. Tell Skinny to drop out. I've almost got Uber again. We are going to have to give up capture point 2 here. It is literally just 2 of us alive. I know Haunter and Xerox just spawned, but we have lost position. So we have to be content with holding last now. Usual positions now. Haunter holds middle / left because it's very hard for the heavies to push now if Haunter holds both sides. Numlock can hold the right hand side. I try and tell everyone to come here for a buff, so I give them a buff. As you can see, they've already pushed in. I need to keep our Demoman alive and our heavy alive. However, they haven't really touched him. However, no one else has died here. However, telling from what TLR have done, that we managed to do more damage to TLR than they did to us. Numlock has gone down. We are, in fact, 2 players down now, so we cannot push. Numlock down, we are Demoman down and Scout down. However, the medic has just gone down again for TLR. So we are outnumbered in terms of players. However, we do have a heavy. As long as he's fully buffed, then we should be fine. Soldier tries to go for Ninja Cap, but there's no way he can do that. Now they're 2 players down. TLR will suffer for their mistake. Told Horn to stay on last. Give him 450 health buff. Now at this stage, what you're about to see, if we pause it at 30,012 tick, 7 minutes 30 seconds, we push out with me, Coins, and Numlocked. Haunter's on last with full health, fully buffed. I'm almost on Uber, not quite. We took the right hand side due to the fact that the Demoman was holding the left hand side into the lobby, so we're now pushing right hand side. You will see now, as soon as you started, scouts will go down here. Unfortunately now, well, not unfortunately, but more like luckily, our Demoman and our soldier end up going for kills when I tell them specifically not to. We need to start capping, because if we start capping, then the rest of the team can start pushing and not having that sort of paranoia effect of the fact that, oh, what about a ninja cap? Because there's nothing more degrading and demoralizing if someone gets a cheap round by getting a ninja cap. So if we play it now, resume it at 7 minutes 30 seconds, you look what happens. Scout has been taken down. Coins and Numlock trying to chase. Numlock tried to go aggressive. I told him to drop back ASAP. Stop chasing. And he ends up dropping back and start capping. So this is what we do. Xerox has already spawned, so he helps us on the capture point. Kills down the scout that was hiding up top. Demoman's trying to push us, so I tell Coins to deal with him while the rest of us cap. So that's what we do. So I get to keep my Uber, and we get to cap, and the Demoman has to drop back. Now we have Uber advantage. Haunter wants to push Valley. So we push Valley. At this stage I'm not going to take any risks, as we do have the Uber advantage. If we kill, then we should be fine. I end up Ubering Coins, so we can do a rocket jump without taking any damage. And there you can see, the soldier has been taken down from Coins, and the scout as well. Unfortunately, Coins couldn't get the medic. We are a lot of players down. However, Numlock has just spawned. So he does manage to kill the Demoman, luckily for us. So we now have the advantage again because their medic's still alive. Remember, they have lost position. For some reason, the scout comes in and tries to kill me, thinking he can get me. So I end up staying inside between two bodies. So any meat shot that comes through will go on either player, not me. As you can see, they're trying to kill me because they want to push out and get in the middle. The scout didn't manage to get me, so I end up healing Xerox now. Haunter takes the initial look to see if we can push. He needs Numlocked with him now. Tell him to look up top, which is what happens. I'm on 96% here. They have now Ubered. I don't quite have it yet. I do now though. We are minus a heavy now. Numlock starts to go aggressive, unfortunately. Haunter's taken a lot of damage now. It's going to take me a good 10 seconds to heal him. And now Numlock's gone down, so we have no other heavy but Haunter now. So it's going to be very, very hard here. Tell Skinny to come here to give him some heals. I'm very, very weak, as you can see. I tell Haunter to chuck me a sandwich whenever he gets the chance to. He's a bit wary about the soldier jumping on me, so he chucks me now a sandwich when he's behind the rock. Unfortunately, this is now my mistake. I really did not know the Demoman was there, and I thought that we could hold the points. Oh, sorry, start capping the point. So my mistake there. It's one of my bad traits of going stupidly aggressive. Sometimes to save a player, sometimes to cap for the team. This stage the server lagged for a few seconds due to the fact that it always does that at that certain stage on the IDK server, so we couldn't do anything about that. I'm the only one alive here, so I end up dropping back a little bit. We are 4 players up only. We are going to hold capture point 2, however we haven't got any other heavies, so Haunter can't really hold us by himself. So he wants to go up top, so we call all going up top now. I've told the scouts, and I've told my soldier, more importantly, that we are up top now, so he needs to be up top if he wants to build the Uber with me. And as you can see, he comes up now. Skinny comes back for some health. So does Numlock, which is good. It's been called that they're pushing bottom left. And they've Ubered, so I drop out in time. Luckily, I didn't die here. Numlock takes the sandwich, which is fine by me. I'm fine for health, I'll just take the mini health pack. They have lost a player, so have we. It's 1 soldier apiece. As you can see, if we pause at this stage now, 10 minutes 50 seconds, 43,379 tick. Numlock is the initial guy here, pushing the enemy team back. Haunter's just busy spamming them with bullets far behind us. No one's going to take down Haunter because he's got enough health from distance, and no one's going to challenge him because he will just take him down instantly. As you can see, if you look at this stage now, the key players are the 2 scouts and the Demoman. There are actually 2 scouts. There's one behind the spiral, and there's one on the floor, as you can see on the left-hand side, and there's Numlock trying to push them back with stickies and grenades. Numlocked, they know that Numlock's being healed, so they're not going to contest for him, especially with a heavy next to him. So then my focus goes on to the scouts, because I know they're going to take a lot of pressure from their scouts and their soldiers spam, and even the Demoman spam. So if you look what happens now, if we resume it at 10 minutes 50 seconds, I know that Haunter's fine. I drop down. Xerox is very, very weak. Switch my heals to him. Stay on him for meanwhile. Go back to him now. Haunter's very, very weak. I tell my scouts just to hold on for a minute. Deal with the scout that's the rock, which they have done. This stage we have the Uber advantage, and I want to Uber out early to try and chase the medic. So I Uber out early. I know there's stickies there because I heard them from before. Xerox unfortunately gets the rest of the sticky damage. Numlock's priorities here. He has to hold the choke. Haunter holds the valley section, left-hand side. Numlock's now getting a lot of heat, so I switch the heals to him. Hence he ends up killing and staying alive. Now they have the Uber, however, TLR's main focus now is trying to kill me. They get 2 rockets off onto me, however, I managed to get the health back in time. Demoman tries to kill the heavy, no chance, not when he's on fully buffed health. This is why it's so important for me to keep Haunter on 450. It's very hard for them to kill him with 450, especially if someone jumps on him. If it's on the floor, it's a bit easier, but it's not as easy when it's in the air. So now they're 2 players down. Remember, they're minus a soldier and a demo at least, if not more. We get the height advantage now. Got no one to build the Uber with, unfortunately, so I have to keep just healing over buffed scout and the heavy. We have the Uber advantage, although not by much, and also they have the position, so by the time we push, they're going to have it. Coins need some health, so I give them an initial buff, 200. Again, we're going to go water, so I go first. I'm not sure how close they are, so I'm a bit wary as to when to use the Uber. As soon as Haunter gets onto the platform, I'll use it. Even though they weren't there, They don't have the Uber, or they do, or they didn't have it in time. So I end up capping to make them force it really. Haunter's killed enough players here. He's killed 3 players. They are 3 players down. However, they still have the Uber, but Numlock has come from water and pushed Stickies on the point and ends up killing the medic, then the soldier, and then we end up capping. So if we just pause it there at 12 minutes 52, the key part of that round was when we were pushing from capture point 1 to 2. Obviously, killers are killers, healers are healers. Coins and Numlocked going for the kill really. Sometimes it's not as important to go for a kill there is to cap. So when we were pushing out right hand side in lobby, bottom side of lobby to the valley to right hand side, they were off to basically chase and kill with the Uber, but we need to cap. If we don't cap, the rest of the team can't push, and then they can't leave capture point 1, which means we're minus a few players from pushing onto capture point 2, and hence our chances of capping it will be less. So we need to try and secure the point with our Uber, with our heavies, with our scouts, and then once that is clear, then the heavy that is on last can help us and push up to valley or choke, whichever way we decide to push. So that was the crucial part of that round. If we resume it now at 12 minutes 52 seconds, tick 51,493. Start of the second round. Again, initial heals, Numlock, so we can get to the battlefield quicker than anyone. 260 all the way. Skinny's next. Unfortunately, I can't heal Xerox in time. Now Coins gets the initial heals, so he can get there quickly, so he can help Numlocked and the scouts. He's still on 250 health, almost 300, is on 300 now. Numlocked 260 again. Tells Xerox to drop back, or that Skinny is Skinny. Haunter calls that he wants to go left hand side, so we go left hand side. Xerox give him a little buff, every little buff counts, as always. Numlocked hasn't seen the heavy on the left, unfortunately, and he ends up taking too much damage and goes down. However, that did push them back very far, which is good news, as we still have 2 scouts and a heavy alive. I tried to push up, as you can see, you might be thinking I'm going senile here by pushing up on my own, but I thought Xerox was on the left, which he was, and he unfortunately died, but I was thinking about keeping him alive. I'm very wary about now the scout that's on the capture point, because we need to keep him alive. As you can see, he is still alive, and I'd given the Uber to initially chase down the Demoman. The reason I Uber him, just in case the Demoman gets a lucky grenade on him, and he ends up taking him down. Skinny comes back for initial heals, 185 health, sorry. Numlock's going to get some ammo, gets the ammo. Haunter checks above, I tell him to check above, and he's checked for it. Now both scouts wait for heals and initially go on top. Numlock unfortunately goes down because he's just gone too aggressively. So now if we pause it at 14 minutes 19 seconds, 57,330 tick. There's one fundamental thing about this style of play. Obviously, as you've noticed, we're playing with a heavy, and not just any heavy, we're playing with a heavy with Sasha, not Natasha. Now, that changes a lot of things as to how I heal, in terms of priority of what to keep alive and what not. As we normally do, we usually have, with, for example, 2 soldiers and a Demoman, we have one soldier who has a roamer or a soldier that usually will go aggressive to try and make the medic Uber or kill the medic, or try and do something solo effort. To try and make them have a disadvantage. Well, in this case, we don't have 2 soldiers. We only have one soldier, one heavy, and one demo. So Numlocked is going to have to adapt in the role of playing a bit more roaming than pockets. Normally, I'd pocket with him and the pocket soldier in terms of Ubering. However, an Ubered heavy, especially one that's very good, is very, very difficult to. It's very, very difficult to kill. Obviously he's Ubered, but it's the fact that he's still on 450 health after the Uber, and they've still got to kill him. Remember, he has got a powerful weapon there. So Numlocked, unfortunately, hasn't adapted at the moment. He keeps on going aggressive, thinking I'm going to follow, which normally I would. But in this case, I cannot afford to, because I believe that keeping Haunter alive, our heavy, is more important, along with some scout. One of our scouts, or 2 scouts, or a soldier and a scout, is more important than our Demoman. Yes, the Demoman's very powerful, but a heavy above, a heavy that has high advantage, and 450 health already, and Ubered, is going to be very difficult to take on. So this is why I end up sticking with Haunter more. Now if we just resume it at 14 minutes 19 seconds, you should see how my priority healing works. Numlocked has just gone down because couldn't Uber him in time. He was just too far. He was going aggressively. Normally I would follow, but not a chance. Unfortunately, I am in the wrong place here. The mistake was me here. I thought Haunter was going to push through and help me, but he did not. There was some miscommunication there, and I ended up dying because obviously the heavy's using Natasha, and there's no way I could have got out in time. This stage, Numlot's got a nice sticky on soldier gear there, and he ends up taking down the soldier. Very well played to him. I told him I've spawned to stay alive, to drop out, so he drops out. We know they're about to cap, and we know they have Uber advantage, but they don't want to use it. Oh, they have now. So we have to drop out, because we don't have it, obviously. And then we think about pushing, because they are 2 players down here. 1 extra kill, and we could start contesting for the point. There's the medic down, so they have no medic healing them now. So this is quite important, that they stay alive here, both of them. Heavy's still alive, and Nonlot hasn't noticed him, that he's on the left, and he ends up going down, unfortunately. This stage I get my needles out, just to give me some extra health so I don't die. Now Coins is taking some initial heat, so I tell him to drop back. That's what happens. At this stage I'm weak. I'm telling Haunter I'm going to need a sandwich because the Demoman's chasing me with stickies. So now I'm back on full health, 150 health. We have the Uber advantage now. Again, we don't need Numlot to push here initially because a heavy plus a soldier is more than enough. However, he has arrived, so it's great. Told him to check up above. Again, Numlot's going stupidly aggressive. Again, I do not want to Uber him, and he ends up going down here. Again. Their Demoman has gone down as well. I wasn't sure whether the soldier jumped on me or not, so I ended up Ubering. So this stage here, if we just pause it at 16 minutes 5 seconds, I've pushed up and I jumped across with 50% Uber remaining. At this stage, they think that we're going to chase them, but Coins decided not to chase them. Mainly because there's a soldier and a heavy there, and it would take about 4 rockets and 2 good shotguns to kill the heavy, especially if it's fully buffed. So the Uber was primarily just to scare them away, really, so we can end up capping the majority of the capture point. And this is what ends up happening. If we resume now at 16 minutes and 5 seconds, I'll wait a little bit, then I'll drop back, keep on to buff. There's no way this Natasha can take on Sasha. Obviously they have the Uber advantage, but they have lost the position. They've lost too many players. They have no Demoman. I tell him to stay alive, drop out, so he drops out. He's just taking some damage, I believe, so my Uber can be charged. Numlot's ahead, so I end up healing him just in case he gets flanked. It's on 260 now. Tell Zero it's going to go out for initial heals. This stage we have no one to Uber up with, so I'll tell him to the crater. He'll lose some health. Tell him to crater again until Coins comes back. And now Coins is back. And hold on to craters again. It's just to build the Uber, really. It wouldn't have made a difference, just a bit of fun, really. Now Skinny's got a sniper. He needs some support, so I'll tell Coins to drop down to bottom right to help Skinny, and this is what happens. Now now Haunter can help Numlocked. Tell Xerox I'm too far away to get that big health back, so he does. Again, Haunter wants to push the left hand side through the water, so I end up going first to miss all the initial spam. However, Haunter has showed himself, so we can't go initially yet because we're going to die. I'll die from spam, or I'll have to use it early. So now I wait for the spam for it to be initially over. Then I go first, and that's what happens. I get into the water, wait for Haunter, and now we're in again. However, we are a soldier down, but so are TLR, so it's 5 versus 5. Again, I'm not too sure how close they are, so I've Ubered early. Unfortunately, this works out to a disadvantage for Haunter, as they still have a 3-4 second advantage. So at this stage here, I know that he's not going to live, so I end up switching around, thinking if there's anything around onto the floor I could heal. This is what I do. Numlock pushes water once again, and then we end up capping. There's no real crucial point to that round, really. Everyone did their part, but there wasn't really a clutch moment. Just a better team play, really, overall there from TCM over TLR then. This stage here, I forgot to give Coins initial heals, so he only does 1 rocket jump, then 2. He usually does 3. Now he's on 250. Scout's on 180. Trying to heal Skinny, but he's gone too far. Coins is very, very weak. Unfortunately, he's going to die here because I cannot heal him up in time. And Haunter needs initial heals, and this is where Coins goes down. Now we could get flanked from the right hand side, which is what happens, I believe, in a few seconds. And Haunter's getting a lot of pressure, and that's me down. Standing Skinny and Haunter alive now. Tries to make the medic Uber or kill him. Unfortunately doesn't. Haunter now should really die here, but he ends up staying alive for some strange reason. But we do really need him to die quickly so he syncs in time with the rest of the team. Now I'm initially aware that we aren't going to be able to hold capture point 2, remember, because they still have Uber advantage here. So I tell Coins to keep Ubering up. They are pushing right hand side now. Initially I stayed with Numlot just because I thought they were going to push him, but no, they haven't. Instead they've pushed up top. Now Coins is on severe pressure, so I end up healing him. He managed to get out in time. I said to Coins, if you keep Ubering in time, I will have it. So he keeps Ubering me. We have now run 2 heavies, obviously, as meat shields because we don't have it in time. They have it, we don't. So I'm very aware. If we just pause it here at 90 minutes 44 seconds, 78,978 tick. They have Uber, and they're about to push literally within the next 5 seconds. So it's really important now as a medic, you stay near the spawn door so they can't get to you. Or it will take them a long time to get to you, basically. I've almost got it. It will take literally another 10 seconds to get it if someone keeps Ubering with me. So I'm telling Coins to furiously keep Ubering me up so I can get it in time, so we can hold last. Otherwise we're going to end up losing the round, because there's no way we can take on an Uber, really, unless TLR somehow managed not to kill any of our players. So now if we resume, if you look where I start standing, and if you look on the right hand side of me, there is a sandwich just in case they do get a nice shot off of me somehow. I can take the sandwich at least and manage to stay alive. So if we resume it now, 19 minutes 44 seconds. Now you can see they've Ubered. I'm on 90%. I haven't quite got it. They know that we're all in spawn, so they're going to tell the whole team to push back onto the point. I don't have it yet. I do now. I can't keep the heavy alive, unfortunately. Haunter has to go down, take down all the damage. However, they are down. That's a Demoman down for TLR. However, unfortunately now, if we pause it again, 20 minutes 4 seconds, I know for a fact that there's a player on there was a player on the right hand side because I heard him rocket jump over. That means there's a soldier in the water. Now the problem is, Coins and Numlocked, who are the only ones alive except for me, excluding me, have gone off in front to kill. Once again, killers, not healers or not really thinking. So I end up having to drop back and hold the last point by myself, and I've called it for them to drop back ASAP. So if we resume now at 20 minutes 4 seconds. So I'm telling them to look in the water just in case, and as you can see, that's what happens. Too slow to react, and I end up going down due to the fact that Numlot and Coins were going too aggressively. We are 3 players down here, so we do have a bit of a problem, especially the fact that Xerox is very, very weak. TLR somehow didn't manage to kill here because the heavy goes down here, which is very, very bad for TLR. We are 3 players down though. So are they now. They are trying to push now, thinking that Haunter's weak for some strange reason. Give Numlock some initial heals. We are a player down now, so we need to be careful. TLR have 6 players now. There's no real Uber advantage here, so we just end up charging. I tell Coins to stay on last now, look after last, just in case of a spy cap, ninja cap. Haunter takes a look outside to see what there is. No problem with that, really. However, he knows that he's being chased now, so he has to run away. I tell Numlock I'm not near him, so if he wants to drop back, he has to drop back now, which he does. I tell Coins to stop Ubering now. As we have it, I'll just buff everyone up. 300 health, 450, 260. So at this stage we're just waiting to see which way TLR push. They have pushed the right hand side, unfortunately Skinny goes down here. So I'll try and Uber as late as possible, and I do. So I'll give Coins initial heals so we can start pushing them. They are 3 players down though. And Numlock is in lobby taking on a soldier, and he ends up killing him. Lovely piece of skill there by Numlock. They are 4 players down. We have called the fact that the heavy is top right with the medic. Coins is already up there trying to kill the medic, and he ends up killing him. Haunter's already pushed now from spawn right hand side to kill him. And Haunter ends up dying to him, but Numlock chases him and kills him. This stage here I'm telling our scouts to stay alive because we have lost both our heavies, a heavy and a soldier. Skinny's taking on a scout in lobby. Thankfully he kills him, which was actually very important. It's a crucial kill there by Skinny. At this stage I'm telling them not to wait. We have Uber advantage, just wait and we'll go in. I've just watched Coins come out the door now. As you can see, he's on the right hand side. I told him I want to push for the Uber, so he's going to end up coming choke now. I have to Uber early, unfortunately, because I've taken too much damage. Coins is very, very weak, so I'm going to have to tell him to wait a little bit. At this stage here, I'm telling him to focus on the Demoman, or he's going to do too much damage, and unfortunately this is what happens now. Coins ends up dying to a random grenade spam from... and I end up dying from Roller as well. So we've lost 3 players, unfortunately. And Haunter ends up going down here, unfortunately. TLR have lost a heavy, so we are the only player now alive is Numlocked. We are going to need something special from him if TLR aren't going to capture point 2. So let's see what Numlock can do. This is what really basically top end stuff players do. Sometimes they come out with some special kills, and that's one of them. He just managed to kill the Soldier, the Medic, and the Demoman. That's a huge load off the enemy team. So now we have the advantage. We are demo down, but so are they. They have lost a Medic and a Demo and a Soldier. So we were told that the Soldier on the left hand side of choke is weak, and that's 4 of them down now. Skinny's under some pressure. Initial heal goes to him. Heavy tries to kill him. No chance if I'm healing him, unless Skinny ends up going in front of his AC. Tell Horn to look after the choke just in case, because obviously Numlock is still dead. I know that the Demoman's stickied here, but both heavies miss it, and luckily I waited and didn't die from it. Horn takes a lot of damage here. Everyone's very, very weak. This time I go with Numlocked because Haunter is on the floor and pushed very close to where Numlocked is, so I can Uber both and keep them both alive, and hence they both end up killing. This stage they have lost 3 players. Haunter wants to push up top, or go from up top, so I end up going up top. As you can see, again Haunter 450 health, Numlock 260. Coins, time to start Ubering me up, really, because there's no one else that can Uber up. And switch the initial heals back to Numlock because he's taking a lot of damage. The enemy that was facing him or fighting him has dropped back now, so stop healing him now. I tell Coins now to stop Ubering, really, because I should have it in time if I buff everyone. There you go, Coins is on 300, Haunter's on 450, Numlock's on 260. At this stage we are thinking we've already pushed left hand side twice. It's going to be too obvious, so we're going to push right hand side. Haunter doesn't check for stickies, I do. So I wasn't sure, that's why I was a bit delayed with the Ubering. At this stage Haunter's dropped down, so there's nothing I can do to save him, unfortunately. Numlock pushes in as well, so does Xerox and Skinny. As you'll see, this is what happens now. Skinny's pushed left side, Numlock's pushed left side. Coins already went in, Xerox has gone down. Skinny's still behind them, but he's about to go down. That's 4 players down. Haunter's just spawned. Safest way, dropping out from top to choke. There's no way the soldiers can chase me in time. As you can see, they're trying to, but they won't. Haunter spawned, comes through Valley. Quickest way for me, really, to stay alive. Chucks a sandwich just in case they do push us. Now, I'm very aware that they have Uber advantage. That's the problem. So again, I'm telling Coins to furiously Uber me up so I can build it up in time. Because I know they have it. So they are going to push us. At this stage, we don't give them position. So if we just pause it here at 26 minutes, 13 seconds, they have the Uber advantage. They are 50% ahead, you know, for sure. So even though we know they have the advantage, we're at least going to show our presence and make sure that they have to use it early. But at the same time, we have to get out as well. We have to keep our core players alive. We don't have to keep everyone alive. We just have to make them Uber, but early, and as well, we have to drop out. Now, if you look what happens now, I'm telling Coins to keep Ubering me, and I'm telling Haunter to start to, because Haunter in a minute will start looking around at choke and seeing how many people are there. He saw about 3 or 4. You'll see now when we resume it. He sees about 3 or 4. That means they're about to ambush us. They're about to push us with the Uber. So I tell him to drop out, and we'll have the Uber in time, because I will have it in time, because Coins keeps on Ubering me. Now, if I resume it at 26 minutes and 13 seconds, I fake it to make them have some doubt. I've gained about an extra 15% now. I tell Numlocked I'm not with him, he's too far. So I tell him to drop out. And we have a sniper, so he might be able to get an extra kill here for free. They have it now Ubered, however we don't have it. As you can see, they Ubered really, really early. very far behind, so they can't catch us. I'm at our choke. And they're 2 down now, and I have Uber. I did not want Numlock to go down here, so I end up Ubering. Maybe I didn't have to, but I wanted Numlock to stay alive. However, there is a soldier behind on Skinny, so I'll tell him to focus on him, and he's gone down. That's 3 players down for TLR, so it ends up working in our favour. Numlock sees Natash a heavy on the capture point, but there's no way he can take us on when Haunter's there as well. So Numlock jumps on him, I end up pushing with him because Haunter's still again near, and I end up healing him. Numlock stays alive as well, which is good news. At this stage we thought Skinny could cap. Bit of miscalculation. There's a scout on second. And unfortunately Numlock goes down here because we thought we were going to push with him, but we have to drop back to save the capture point. So Numlock is now down. I've taken a 1 rocket here. Taken the health pack, that's another rocket, that's 3 rockets. Thankfully I didn't die because I took the health pack, and I've taken a sandwich. Tell Horn to drop out, I've almost got the Uber. Again, I healed Skinny to 185 so I can get extra kill. Important kill here. No need to pause it, but he kills the heavy. Really important kill. They could have another person that goes to heavy, but then they lose another player, don't they? I know the Demoman's sticky there, so I end up having to Uber early. However, that works into our favour because he ends up killing the soldier. Demoman's very, very weak. I end up going down because the scout's focused on me here, but Haunter's done enough damage here. He's hurt about 3 players, 4 players, and then the rest of the team push in. Key point there, if we just pause it at 28 minutes and 1 second, key point of that round was literally about 2 minutes ago when we were on capture point 3, when they had the Uber charge advantages by about 50% and I was still building it. A lot of factors there that changed. The sort of the advantage really. They had the Uber charge advantage. They had the players as well. We had the players, but we had the position. Yet they had Uber advantage. But the key thing was that we didn't give them respect. We held our ground. We showed them that we are still there. We're still going to spam you until you're Uber early. So we put enough fear into them basically to make them Uber early, and yet at the same time, another crucial factor was that we dropped out early. Because I dropped out early and I was in a really safe place, I told my team that I'm dropping out, I'm not going to be able to heal them if they stay up front. So Numlock dropped out, Haunter dropped out, Coins kept on Ubering and dropped out, Skinny dropped out, Xerox dropped out. As you can see, they were all at choke. Our entire team was all at choke. So we could all stay alive. And then it worked into our favour because A, we made them Uber early, way far back. B, we had the Uber, because I stayed alive. C, we had 6 players alive. And D, we managed to kill 2 players as well when they pushed with their Uber. So they were already outnumbered. That was the crucial part to that. The crucial part mainly was that I called to the team to drop back, keep Ubering me in time, furiously keep Ubering me, and I'll have it in time. And I did. And we saved the point, and then we ended up capturing capture point 4 and then consequently capture point 5. So if we resume now at 28 minutes and 1 second. Again, Numlock's initial heals. And Skinny's gone sniper now. Give Xerox a buff, thankfully he's dropped down to the bottom so I can give him a buff. Coins hasn't got enough health to do another rocket jump, so I end up buffing him later because I was healing Xerox. Coins goes after the scout that's on me. However, I have called it, and he ends up doing so much damage onto me. There's no way I can stay alive here, and then I end up going down. That was the team's fault, really. Nothing I could do there. I even called it very early. I saw him at the window, but no one dealt with him except for Coins, and he managed to do about 130 damage, 120 damage onto me, and yeah, just spam killed me really in the end. Nothing I could do there. Sometimes the team doesn't listen to the comm or was busy focusing on something else, so it happens. At this stage we still have a sniper, so we're hoping that Skinny can maybe kill the medic or make them Uber early or something. Now I'm not trying to put his ninja stickies. I don't want Xerox to die, so I end up coming out to heal him. That's Coins down, unfortunately trying to make the medic Uber. We've been told that Skinny has made them Uber because he's a sniper. However, Haunter's on severe pressure here, unfortunately. We are 2 players down here, and I told Numlock to drop out because we will have the Uber in time if he just stays alive with me. However, we know that TLR are going to push it straight away, but they don't have Uber, but they have the numbers. There's only 3 of us. There's 4 of them. As you can see, I don't have the Uber in time, so I'm going to use it straight away. I had to use that. I had to use it just to save the point. So we end up killing, hopefully. At this stage I'm very, very weak. They have the Uber advantage as well, obviously, here. Haunter chucks me a sandwich. No point for both heavy to stay on right here. Numlock's going down here, unfortunately, because he missed all his grenades on the scout. That's 2 players down. 3 players down, in fact, for TLR. They have the Uber advantage, slight Uber advantage of about 20%. I've called it the 2 soldiers bottom right. Xerox comes, helps with coins. I then it turns my initial heals to Xerox to try and kill him. He does kill him. Unfortunately, Xerox does too much damage. Coins ends up going down. Xerox ends up going down. Skinny as well. So we are now 3 players down, and they have the Uber advantage. A bit of team play here now. If I just pause it here at 30 minutes and 38 seconds, it's important now. Obviously, Numlock stays alive, because if he goes down, then we've got no chance. I've almost got the Uber charge advantage, but remember they have the 20% Uber charge advantage, so they're going to push now. So real important part here. What Haunter does is when the soldier tries to rocket jump and kill me, he's pushed down by the AC, the gun that Haunter's using, Sasha, to get me. And it's really important because I end up Ubering in time to save the point. Now if we just resume at 30 minutes and 38 seconds, and this is what happens. I'm only on 82%, remember. Here you can see the soldier's rocket jumps up, but he's being pushed down by Haunter. Again, I'm just dodging. I've just seen a spy there, so I ended up healing a little bit initially, but then I got a slice on him. And I end up Ubering straight away, taking no risk whatsoever. Now they've just lost a medic, a scout, a spy, a soldier. So we told the rest of the team to push. That's what we do. Coins chases the soldier that's up top that was weak. Demoman I know has jumped onto the point, and he ends up going down due to a grenade by Numlock. Nice shot. Haunter now takes a lot of damage, but he has got a sandwich, so again he's back to almost 300 health. Numlock tries to take them on, tries to bottle him. A soldier with equalizer against the bottle. Not very clever, Numlock. However, he has gone down. We've been told that there's a scout on second, so we have to drop back here, and then that's what we do. Skinny deals with him. We almost got the Uber advantage, again. Tell Coins to drop out, there's no way you're going to take that on, so he drops out. Again, we have now the Uber. Coins hasn't noticed that the Demoman's sticking there, as you can see top left, so I end up Ubering early, otherwise he would have died. They are a Demoman and a soldier down. Haunter's under severe pressure here, Coins is under severe pressure from a soldier. I end up healing him so much, but he still goes down. Nothing I could do there, unfortunately. That is 5 players down for TLR, excluding the medic, but they are 5 players down here. Again, TLR are outnumbered here, so the second point should be ours now. Scouts have pushed in, nothing up top, I check up top. My initial heals switch back to Skinny because he's the one taking damage. Numlock goes taking a lot of damage, so I end up healing him. Ends up going down, unfortunately, and I end up having a scat in my face. Luckily, my needles kill him. I'm very, very weak here. Haunter chucks me a sandwich to keep me alive more. Fortunately, Coins goes down. I tell Haunter to be careful here because you're the only one alive, but he gets sniped and now he ends up going down. I'm on 90, as you can see, 93%. So again, I'm having to use my needles to try and stay alive. I said to Numlock, I'm going to end up using this Uber if they push me. I'm not going to drop back, so don't worry. So I end up using it. I want to hold the point so the rest of my team can spawn. Just as long as he kills enough here, I should be alright. Bad mistake here by me. I shouldn't have gone for the health pack there. I should have gone for the one at choke, and I ended up dying here. Unfortunately, that was my mistake. It can be forgiven after a very long night of 3 maps. However, TLR have committed all their men to capture point 2. There's only 1 scout on last, and it's Haunter and Coins to last now. Coins gets some nice shots on him, and then we capture the points, and that makes it 4-0. At the end of that round, at the end of that map, I had 114 points, 37,000 heal points, something like 40-something assists, obviously because it's running a heavy, so that's why so many assists. The key thing to learn from this type of play, not just on this map, but any map really that where you use a heavy, one soldier and one demo. If you've got a very, very good heavy, then the healing priority has to be switched a little bit. Normally, like I said previously, I said that if you obviously you normally have two soldiers and a Demoman, and one's pocket soldier, one's roaming, and then you switch sometimes. But usually the Demoman gets the focus of the Uber to push them back and so on and so forth to keep them alive. It's very important. In this case, because Haunters are heavy, the focus of keeping who alive switches. It should be now the heavy, then the Demoman on Gullywash, because I need to stay close to him for the heavy to have any effect, but at the same time, the other classes need to do enough damage for Haunter to capitalise on that as heavy. And that's what Numlot was trying to do. Unfortunately, he was going a little bit too far, thinking that I would chase him to Uber him. Which is what, obviously, as you saw, didn't happen really. But he did enough damage, and we managed to, most of the time, about 8 out of 10 times, managed to get position with our heavy and at least a scout or a soldier or 2 scouts to capture the point. Because remember, a heavy with 450 health plus a sandwich, that's an additional maybe 300 if he eats it or drops it 150, and then initial Uber and then the heals after the Uber. That's a lot of health to try and take down basically. So yeah, nothing else changes in terms of healing priority for the rest of the classes. So the roaming soldier, the 2 scouts, nothing changes there. You heal them like you would normally in another class if it was 2 soldiers and a Demoman. But the role between the Demoman and the heavy switches there because the heavy is such a powerful class if it's played well. And as you can see, that's what happened. Yeah. Any questions? Let me know. I hope this helped. Thanks.